universe.
Crash landing. Fangle opened the battery hatch and instantly realized they were in deep trouble.
Boss, there seems to be an issue. We don't even have enough battery left to make a quiet landing. Did you remember to plug the ship in before going to sleep last night?
Mr. Durham licked his paw and squinted his eyes while thinking quietly to himself on why exactly he kept Fangle around.
Guess we'll have to buckle our seatbelts in then.
Up the side of the ship was a specialized walkway taking Mr. Durham to the high point of the ship's interior. Fangle looked up at Mr. Durham as he nimbly jumped onto the ledge.
We'll make a noisy entry. I'll have to choose a relatively empty area for our landing. Looks like just outside of Austin, Texas seems to be the best location for our current trajectory.
Fangle selected the landing site and morphed into a steering wheel for the spaceship. A small glowing screen appeared before Mr. Durham. Searching through his cat-top laptop, he found an old promotional video for his label, Dark Matter Records. The video dated back to the 90s, when Mr. Durham had last visited Earth, but the message was clear. Dark Matter Records was going to find the next big thing. And now that humans had mastered the internet, it would be easy to get his message out. Using his powerful quantum computer, Mr. Durham was able to create as much cryptocurrency as he wanted, allowing him to place unlimited ads on all social networks. With one click of a button, Dark Matter Records was open for applications.
Now that they know we're coming, let's just land, recharge, and wait for the best talent to come to us. I'd hate to do all the footwork myself.
Brilliant plan, sir. I'll be glad to make any efforts you need to get the artists of your choosing on board. After all, the Black Hole Gala is just a few Centauri sun cycles away, and we have yet to even figure out the situation with Drexel Head 5.
Then we must not waste time. What we need to do is find a new band that will totally blow those Drexel Head... Well, they turned on us. Now I'm not only gonna get into the Hall of Remembering, but make those losers regret leaving us behind. We just need to get a band and prepare them for the audition. Nothing we haven't done before.
With his cat-sized seatbelt, Mr. Durham awkwardly strapped himself in before issuing the order for landing sequence. A rumble began as the sporty spaceship closed in on Earth. Fangle took the moment to bring up a concern.
Say we do manage to find a band. There's no guarantee we'll make it past the audition. What do we do? You know as well as I that this is the end of the line. I don't want to see us disappear along with this dimension on an account of a last-minute change.
Mr. Durham turned to look at Fangle while pawing off a small figurine from his Drexel Head 5 collection from the ledge. As the spaceship entered orbit, the loud boom undoubtedly drew attention from down below. The duo parked their spaceship on the side of a highway in the middle of nowhere. The cloaking system had various settings. Mr. Durham pushed a series of buttons and the ship started to transform into a taco stand.
Fangle, you watch the ship as it charges, and I'll be right back.
Mr. Durham said while jumping down from his perch towards the exit. Fangle looked at Mr. Durham with confusion.
I thought we were going to stay here and wait as the battery charges.
Mr. Durham shook his head as if Fangle missed the obvious.
We need tacos if we're going to run a good cover here, right? Plus, I'm dying for some fish tacos. Earth is the only place where fish aren't big enough to swallow me, after all.
Fangle transformed into a record executive in suit and tie.
I'll keep an eye on you. Someone's going to have to buy the tacos.
Fangle slipped the sign on the front of the shop from open to closed. Mr. Durham rubbed his head on Fangle's leg,
I'm glad to be back on Earth.
then ran out of the stand through a cat-sized porthole, which opened and shut whenever he approached, following Mr. Durham and his supremely powerful sense of smell. The duo walked in the direction of tacos. Not just any tacos, but the best tacos. He could distinguish from miles away up to 35 different taco smells. There were a wide variety, but Mr. Durham found the best and made a straight shot down the highway as Fangle followed. It wasn't until nighttime that Mr. Durham finally arrived at the Mexican nightclub called Tango and Tacos.